Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag will face the media this afternoon following a truly turbulent international break for Manchester United.
Yeah, winger Anthony has delayed his return to the club following allegations against him. Harry Maguire's form and treatment has been under scrutiny, and now the club have confirmed that Sancho is training away from the first team as his standoff with Erik Ten Hag continues.
The winger has been training alone after a social media post, which he's now deleted, appeared to criticise Ten Hag. The club have confirmed Sancho's currently on a personal training programme. They're seeking a resolution on a squad discipline issue. We understand Ten Hag is not backing down. He wants Sancho to apologise both to him and the club. Let's remind you how we got here. Here's what the manager said on Sancho's absence from their most recent game, the 3-1 defeat at Arsenal.
Jadon was on his performance on the training. We didn't select him.
So was that a form of discipline, would you say?
No, you have to reach a level every day on Manchester United, and we can make choices in the front line. And so for this game he wasn't selected.
After those comments were made by Ten Hag, Sancho wrote this on social media: "People don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I've conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't go into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I'll continue to fight for this badge, no matter what."
Well, it was a strong post to put on the internet, wasn't it, from Jadon Sancho? That post was deleted earlier this week, but there was growing speculation as to where it leaves him as a player.
Yeah, the club have since provided a significant, albeit brief, update. They used just 21 words in a statement to say Jadon Sancho will remain on a personal training programme away from the first team group, pending resolution of a squad discipline issue.
Seems like it's going to rumble on a little bit, this story. So what happens next? Well, Ten Hag wants an apology from Sancho before he's allowed back to training with the first team squad. He won't allow his authority to be challenged.
It's an extraordinary situation. A club the stature of Manchester United basically in dispute with one of its star players. It's only happened 12 months ago with Cristiano Ronaldo, and obviously now it's starting again with Jadon Sancho. And it's a real issue for Manchester United, possibly even more so than the Ronaldo issue, because of the value of the player. They paid an awful lot of money to bring Jadon Sancho to Old Trafford. He hasn't performed since he's been there on a regular level, and now he's gone to war with the manager. And clearly they had talks on Monday, which didn't resolve the situation. And I think this was probably the only outcome.
I think it's a cultural issue that stems right from the very top, from the Glazers' management, or you could say mismanagement of the club. And if you look at if you take all the the major issues around the club in turn, the way they handled the Mason Greenwood accusations, the way they've handled the Anthony accusations, the way they've managed the women's team, and the comings and goings there, the way they've handled the transfer market. It's all been extremely reactive. It's almost as if they've been, in every situation, they've been caught like a deer in the headlights. A situation happens and they are suddenly backpedaling to try and react to it. And that is no way for any top organisation, be it a football club or a business, to be run. And that it's hard to not to feel like that comes from the culture that's being created from the ownership, who, as we know, have been trying to source bids for the club, who have been talking about a sale, and who have been kind of dragging out that sale now for so many months that it's unclear whether it's even still on the market. And that's kind of indicative of where United are at now. They're a club that's totally in limbo, because nobody seems to know what direction the club is taking, should be taking, or even wants to be taking.
Well, Harry Maguire also remains a big talking point, with his mum posting on social media calling his treatment totally unacceptable and disgraceful.
Yeah, Brendan Rodgers managed Maguire at Leicester. He's followed Gareth Southgate in publicly defending the player and questioning his critics.
I find it a real shame, if I'm honest. He's a good guy, but he's obviously a top-class player, and the focus and the noise and that's been around him sadly probably has been created more by his own club supporters, and that's spilled out into other supporters. He's a great man. He's very honest to the game. I know why Gareth picks him. He's been fantastic for England. Real soldier and a real leader in amongst the young players that's coming through there. I can't speak highly enough of him. You know, he's a fantastic man. I see the noise and that goes around him, which is a real shame. It's just sad that where it was created from.
As a football player, Harry Maguire has not been himself for a while. You know, you might almost say he's not Maguire. He's a very naughty boy. There was obviously the own goal against Scotland, which I guess compounded a lot of issues for him. And you know, I agree with a lot of the people saying that he needs to be taken out of the firing line for a while. You know, you need to break the cycle of the kind of the ridicule and criticism, which is feeding into the bad performances, which is feeding into more ridicule and criticism. And I think, yeah, he needs to be taken out of the crosshairs for a while. But I'm not sure being the centre of attention is really going to help him at the moment. You know, as anybody in the playground knows, that once your mum has to intervene, you've lost the argument.
I think for him, he really should have left in the summer and moved to West Ham United. I think that was a move he should have made, but financially he decided not to do that. But I think with England, you're absolutely right. I think, he probably might not have been in this last squad if John Stones had been fit. And now we really are seeing proper challenges to his position. Mark Gahey played very, very well. Lewis Dunk played very, very well. So there's two players that could partner John Stones going forward. So I really would start to fear now for Harry Maguire's place in the England team. He might hang on in the squad for a little bit longer. But I think that Euros place next summer is under severe threat if he doesn't get a move away, or if he doesn't turn his form around at Manchester United and play more regularly.